Alrighty, everyone. So this is Mr. Honey. Today we're going to be talking about institutions and information related to finance. So this is more like background information just to think about it. So we have a journal check question here. Journal check is where is the best place to put your money? So many of you have ideas and things of that nature, but once again, we are going to be exploring this as we continue to move forward with budgeting and everything else. So, first type of place you can put your money is within the commercial banks. So these are like your Bank of America, Wells Fargo for Citizens, and these are safe places for money. They also issue loan for personal and business reasons. They also offer checks, credit, and debit cards. And they tend to offer checking account, savings account, money markets account, as well as certificate of deposit. And the big thing is that is backed by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corps. Basically means that your money is protected up to a certain dollar amount. So if something should happen, well, guess what? The bank can make sure that they cover up a certain amount of your money, and you will always have that no matter what. Next, we have investment banks, and these perform services for some public, mostly private, and the government. And their job mainly is to handle a lot of the corporate stuff, so mergers, financial transactions, as well as stock. And the biggest thing is they deal, which is what's called as IPO, where they open and allow people to invest in public offerings of stock. And they run that whole deal of getting people into investing and things of that nature, as well as having people who have large amounts of assets and they are able to invest as well. So these are like your Goldman Sachs, your Morgan Stanley, and First Boston. All right, so this is where the big money investors go, and their job is to basically make sure that we can get money for investing in businesses and services and government and stuff like that. Next, we have insurance companies, which are companies that reduce risk by issuing premiums to the public. Now, premiums are obviously your monthly payment, so they have policies for life events such as life insurance, health insurance, renter's insurance, vehicular insurance, professional liability insurance, as well as home insurance. And the rates are typically determined on the possibility of your liability. If you are more likely to use their insurance, you are more likely to have a higher insurance rate. Next, we have the investment companies, which offer financial advisement services typically to the regular person like you and me who've saved up money and they want to invest. They offer a diversified portfolio and choosing individual stocks oftentimes, and then you typically pay for the professional management of that portfolio. So instead of investing into individual stocks, you basically hand the money over to someone who is planning on making and investing that money into a specific portfolio, which is considered to be a good thing because it's diversification. Next, we have savings and loans. This is not exactly something that I encourage to use, but typically they go to helping those who could not receive loans from large banks. 65% of their business is geared towards housing, and they have lower borrowing rates but high interest rates. So to borrow, not so much. Is you don't really have a lot of rates of borrowing, but they have extremely high interest rates, which means that they are going to really, really get you on interest. And then finally, we have the credit union, which is a pool of membership money, typically offers a lower rate on loan, is considered to be geared towards non-for-profit. And they are actually backed by a different corporation, and they're there to, so just as you would be backed by the FDIC, credit unions also have their own corporation that backs them. So there's that. So those are the final things that you've got. So in Canvas, you will see an institution sort list with several different logos, and you're going to sort them into 4 sections. So you're going to have your insurance companies, your investment banks, your commercial banks, and then your credit unions. Some of these you are going to know, and some of them you may not know, so you might need to Google it to kind of figure it out a little bit. But at this point, you guys can go ahead, get started, and I will see you guys later.